TVs, this is Psychic Bob. Well, it's Tuesday, and you know what that means? Time for messages from the spirit world. That's right. Woo. Well, you guys are just wonderful. I want to say thank you, first of all, to all of you who came up to yesterday's video. We had our second class for the Order of Lord Melchizedek. And if you haven't seen that yet, check it out. It's the video right before this one. We talked about sacred geometry. And I think it's a fascinating subject. And next week, we're going to go more in depth with all of that and continue to learn about the teachings of the Order of Melchizedek. So definitely check that out. Also, just so you know, in the bottom of the info box on that video, I have Class 1's link. I forgot to tell you, I put that down there. So if you're trying to get into the series and you've missed the first one, the link is also in yesterday's video at the information box. So check it out. Well, I am just glad you're here. When I tell you the letters are coming in, I want to say thank you to all of you who've been so wonderful and sending such fascinating and lovely questions. Just for the new people. Now, a lot of you are new here and you're saying, how does this work? Basically, every week I grab a bunch of letters. People write to me and I answer questions. There is no charge for this, absolutely free. It's my gift of service to the YouTube community. For those of you who are new here, I am a full-time professional psychic medium. I do phone readings, I do Skype readings, I do in-person readings. So I'm available and you can reach me. I read for people all over the world. I've been doing readings for over 20 years and I am a full-time established medium and I love it. It's really a calling for me. It's not a job, it's a work of the heart, really. And I would love the chance to read for you. So if any of you watching, definitely check out my website. I'll put the link below, robert-hickman.com. And that's got all my contact info. And you can call me at my office as well at 571-483-2112. And we'll get you on the schedule. So some of you are saying, well, Bob, I don't live near you. Can I still have a reading? Absolutely. As I said, I do phone readings and Skype. So you can have one-on-one with Psychic Bob. And really, it's no difference whether you're on the phone or with me at the office. For me, when the channel's open, the Spirit's present. So I'm so glad you're here. Well, we're going to jump into our letters here. So before we do that, let's just take a moment and attune to the spirit world. Okay. I hear my spirit guide Fletcher. He says hello. By the way, before we get into the letters, also one more thing. I want all of you, everybody's watching. Some of you are going to say, well, Bob, you didn't get to my letter. Guys, try to understand, I get hundreds and hundreds of letters, so it's hard for me to get to everybody instantly. But I encourage people, I say, listen to everybody's message because, the spirit world is trying to reach as many people as possible. So they're going to channel information through me that may be relevant to your situation. I've had many a times when people write and they say, hey, Bob, you were reading someone else's letter, but it was a very similar situation to mine, and I really felt like what you were saying was helpful to me. So this is how spirit works. They're going to try to help as many people as possible. So I encourage you, even if your letter doesn't get answered today, listen to everybody. You may find spirit opening your mind and opening a door for you through somebody else's letter. Okay? Thank you so much for being here. All right, our first letter tonight is from Afrodita. Hi, Afrodita. She writes, hi, Bob. Can I ask you about money? My mom has been waiting on a settlement for a while. The court said yes, but the company acts as if they are untouchable, and they won't pay the money that she earned. Do you see any money coming for her this year? What does Spirit suggest we do? Hi, Afrodita. Yeah, I do see the money coming. I want you to watch December. They keep showing me in December, this company decides just to do a payout. I see somebody in an accounting office, and literally this check that has to be cut is on their desk. But I feel like it's not an issue of them not wanting to cut. I feel there's higher ups who are saying, don't pay that yet. Don't pay that. And I think that that person who does the accounting, their hands are tied by their supervisor. So right now, I wouldn't encourage you to try to push anything. I feel like if you create more hostility, they could come up with something and create a further delay. I want you just to wait. I want you to be burning white candles, offer it up to Spirit. God knows what their judgment was in your favor, and God will set it right. I see December, though, is when the check is cleared. I see somebody saying, let's close out this year. Let's get that off the desk, make it go away. So it looks like December. I believe it'll be then that it'll be paid, okay? But I do see it coming. Sorry you're going through that, but definitely burn white candles. Raise the vibration, see? You don't want to resort to hostility. You want to resort to spirit power, okay? Blessings to you. Watch December. All right. Our next letter is from Christina Lannon. Hi, Christina. She writes, Dear Bob, I'm new to your channel. Thank you. I feel like we have met in a past life. You have a beautiful soul. Thank you so much, Christina. Well, you know, it's interesting. You know, I do believe I've met a lot of my YouTubers in past lives. I think it's very interesting because, you know, I believe in soul groups, and I think Spirit Channel has a lot of soul group energy. So very possible we've been around and knew each other before. Let's see. I'm sorry. You got more here. You're right. I'm a healer of the world. Isn't that lovely? I have pagan roots from past lives. This life is slow and lots of learning from Source. I'm about to do a move. I was wondering if this is a good time to spread my wings. Love and light. Hi, Christina. Yeah, you know, all around you, I get a lot of golden light. Golden light means this is your time to shine. I feel that you should do a move. I keep getting the fall is a very strong time for you. I want to look like around September, maybe October. I feel like if you hold off your move till around then, you'll have an easier go at it. What's interesting is I feel like this move for you is a very big step, but I feel like it's like what you perceive as your challenges are actually going to be your greatest blessings now. So I want you to go ahead, make your step forward. I feel like there's a lot of closing out here in your life. I keep picking up energies of like leaving behind maybe some really kind of painful situations, things that have been limiting you. And I feel like from a soul place, you're ready to grow. You're ready to shine. Meditate on golden light. Visualize that. When you find the home that you want, I want you to surround it with golden light. Visualize it, and it'll be yours, okay? So let's watch September, October. That's when it looks like it'll be the most successful time for your move. Blessings to you. Thanks for writing. All right. Our next letter is Lisa Flowers. Hello, Lisa. And she writes, Hey, Bob. I've experienced a child spirit in the past who plays with balloons and has often called me Mom softly, unexpectedly, and out of nowhere. My children have experienced him too. I saw him in the rearview mirror of my car. It's been a while since I've experienced or felt this spirit around, just wondering why he came to me for 2 years and then disappeared. You know, Lisa, this spirit I get around you, he's part of your soul group. You see, before we come to Earth, we are all a unit. So like you, your husband, your children, all of you were part of a soul group, and you agreed to incarnate. This little boy spirit around you was actually one of the spirits in your soul group. He wasn't ready to come to Earth at the time when you all came, so he waited. He was looking in on you because he really has a past life connection as your child, and he knows you in the pre-life before this life. But the thing is, he wanted to incarnate, but he had a lot of fear about coming to the Earth. But he always wanted to pop in to let you know he's with you. I do feel the child has moved on to another family. I feel that he was waiting, in a sense, to be born to you, but he chose not to come at this time. So it's nothing that you've done. This is about his own soul journey, his own fears, his own, past life stuff. But he's still part of your group. And when you return back home to spirit someday, you'll see him. But he has, in a sense, gone on to reincarnate. I do feel he's now born in another family. And but someday when everybody goes back to spirit, you'll be reunited. But he came to you just for a while because he was playing with the idea of maybe I'll come, maybe I'll be part of the family. But the timing wasn't right, and he waited. And then the spirit world, sometimes they kind of push a soul along. So they said, okay, spirit, well, this isn't going to work now. We're going to move you to this family. So he's with another group at the moment where he's going to learn his lessons. But anyways, he has a lot of love for you, this spirit, and you love him too. And someday, as I said, when you go back to spirit, this will all make sense. Okay. But yeah, anyway, so he's back on earth and with another family. But your love and your support, your patience, and your very presence of your soul gave him strength to make that choice to incarnate. So you're a hero. Blessings to you. Okay. Our next letter is from Irma Moore. Hi, Irma. That's a pretty name. Dearest Bob, how can my sister get rid of her chaotic energy? Hi, Irma. I think that's a question everybody in the country wants to ask about their siblings. Seriously, though, in terms of your sister, you have it too, actually. Both of you have a lot of purple light around you, which is a lot of psychic energy. I think that your nervous systems tend to be a little more hyper naturally. I feel like your sister, though, around her, I get her chaos comes from two different sources. One is she has natural psychic ability. I also feel that there are people around her, though, in her life who are bringing chaos into her life. I feel that she's not made some of the best choices in terms of friendships, and some of her friends get her in an unfocused state. So I think in terms of her, for her life, it would be good for her to evaluate who she's bringing into her life and what their impact is. I would like you and her both to work with the stone hematite. This is a grounding stone, a balancing stone. It'll kind of settle your energies. I also think for both of you, the stone blue chalcedony would be good, or chalcedony, or chalcedony. It's said different ways. I call it blue chalcedony. Blue chalcedony would be a good stone. It's a very calming stone. It helps balance also the nervous system. So these two stones, hematite and blue chalcedony, each of you should have those. And I think for your sister, just kind of gently encourage her to think about the people that are in her life. Because I think that they're not always stabilizing. But that will help her, and it'll help you too. Hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right. Our next letter is Catgirl from New York. Hi, Catgirl. Catgirl says, Dear Psychic Bob, what do you see for me in the work area? Hi, Catgirl. It's funny. When I step into your vibration here, I get a lot of silver light around you. That means that you're definitely ready for financial growth. I get a little bit of pink light also. That tells me that in your current work, there's a feeling of being blocked, being limited, being frustrated. And I feel that you're at a place in your life where you're really ready to discover yourself, to grow, and to take some big steps. This next year for you, I see as a time of what a lot of people would say, well, that's a big risk. I see you taking it as an adventure. When I go into your vibration, I keep getting certain colors around you. They're like blue or gray, almost like connected to clothing. I feel this could be connected to some sort of standardized outfit that you wear, almost like a uniform. That's the word I want to say, uniform around you. And I keep seeing blue, I keep seeing gray. At first I thought this might be a police uniform, but when I look closer into the energy around it, it doesn't feel militaristic in the sense of the police. And it doesn't feel like Air Force. I thought it might be Air Force here, but as I'm looking closer, I feel this has a connection to the airlines. And I would like you, and you might think Psyche Bob's crazy, I want you to explore an opportunity of working for an airline, whether it's as a ticket handler or whether it's as a stewardess, a flight attendant, excuse me, I think stewardess is the old-fashioned word. Psyche Bob's dating himself there. As a flight attendant, because I feel like you have a real strong gift for helping people feel at ease. I feel like you're good at working with people. And I feel like in your current work, you're feeling isolated, and the only people you interact with are people that are hostile or, kind of over the top. I don't think it's for you. I feel where you are, your time is done there, honestly, and you need to make a move. I feel over this next 2 months, I really want you, just humor me, look into a career with the airline industry. I really see it opening for you, and I think it'll be a whole new way of life, and I see more money. Hope that helps. Let me know what happens. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Pam OPC. Hello, Pam. Good to hear from you. Pam writes, Dear Bob, I'm at a challenging crossroads in my life. I'm trying to move forward and worried for my family. Any insights are truly appreciated. Pam. You know, Pam, when I step into your vibration, I get around you a few colors. I get red light. I get pink light. And I get kind of a static gray light. These lights tell me that you're at a place of frustration, that you're feeling blocked, you're feeling fearful, maybe even a little resentment. And I feel like from an emotional place, you're ready to clear all that out. When I move beyond those colors, I get silver and gold around you. This tells me that there's some financial blessings coming to you and that there's new beginning. I keep feeling like there's going to be a transition here in the work area very soon. And I feel like there's more money coming to you. So, now is a good time to start working on a job, looking at job change. I feel like over the next year, there may even be a move for you as well. I keep feeling like you're ready to literally break from the past, start new, and there could be a geographic change connected to this as well. I keep wanting to go down to the southern United States area, possibly like Georgia, Alabama, Florida, somewhere in this area, southern states where I'm getting you. But I feel like I want you to look for jobs that allow you to move in those areas. I also pick up around you in this red light here some fear and some anxiety. I feel this is connected to a family member. I feel there's a younger male in the family. It's a nephew or a son. I think this is a son, actually. And I feel there could be a legal issue around this person. One of the things I pick up around this is I feel like this, I'm going to call him son. I feel that this son is crossing through a period of where he's having to learn some hard lessons. The good thing is I feel he's ready to learn them. And I feel like these lessons show that he's ready to kind of have a new start in life. He needs to change his friends. I feel that he's around people, to be honest, who are not going anywhere. And I feel like he has a lot more talent, a lot more creativity. Your son has a lot of orange light around him, which I pick up, which means artistic energy. I feel that he's a visionary and an artist, but I feel like the people that he's around limit his creativity and slow him down. I feel in terms of a legal situation around him that I want him to work with an attorney. I feel like there are some technicalities that may be being overlooked around him in a legal situation. And I feel like he would be free of this situation in a sense, like a case would be dropped, but it's going to take an attorney to focus on the technical legal side. I actually see him getting a break financially and legally, but this starts with him recognizing within himself that he's ready to change. And I feel that he's really ready, because when I go into his energy, I just feel like he's tired of his life. And so that's a good sign. And I feel like all this energy I pick up around him is the universe's way of saying, we're going to press you until you change. Sometimes the universe does that. Sometimes it boxes us in to where we say, okay, Spirit, I give up. I'm going to do it your way. And see, once you acknowledge that, then you're free. And I feel like, interestingly, both of you are at a crossroads where you're each ready to be free. You're ready to be free of people and circumstances and places that limit you and that take your power. So I want you every day to start burning white candles for you and for him. You want to call in the highest power of the Spirit to help you. Also, I would like you to invoke Lord Melchizedek. If you don't know who he is, I want you to watch my video series on Lord Melchizedek. It was yesterday's video, was part of it. It tells about him. Lord Melchizedek is going to help you and your son have a breakthrough. Okay. Hope that helps. Blessings to you. Thanks for writing. All right. Our next letter is from Archpriestess Isis. Hello, Archpriestess Isis. Isis writes and she says, Dear Bob, I need to know about my husband who passed. Is he okay? Will my life ever get better? I feel it will always stay the same. Love to you, my friend. Hi, Isis. First of all, let me say my heart goes out to you. No matter how spiritual we are, death is still painful. Sometimes people say to me, they say, Psychic Bob, why do you grieve? You're in touch with the spirit world. It must be easy for you. And I say, no, I feel the pain of separation as acutely as anybody, whether psychic or not. And so, Isis, I want you to know that the pain that you're going through, strange as it sounds, is actually a healthy thing. If you were flying by saying everything's fine, I would be truly worried about you. But I do see healing light around you. And I'll be honest, it's going to take time. When you say, is my life ever going to get better? The answer is yes, it will. It will be different, but it will get better. I think one of the things when we lose somebody, especially like a spouse, that we have to think about is, we get overwhelmed and we think, how do I go on? How can I function? And that emptiness that we feel, we think will never leave us. But I tell you, in your case, someday, I won't say when, because everybody's different. You'll wake up one day and you'll think, wow, I think I can get through the day. And you'll have days where you go through and it won't be until lunchtime that you realize that you haven't been grieving. And then you might sit down and cry. And then you'll have another day where you're back to peg one. Don't judge yourself. During this time, let your heart just be healed. Let spirit in. You probably don't even feel a connection to spirit right now. And if you don't, that's okay too. That's actually normal. Grief many times shuts down our psychic links and our psychic connections. So as you grieve, know that you're not being abandoned by the higher power. The Lord and the Lady are with you. As you call yourself Archpriestess Isis, I assume that you love the goddess. And if you think about the goddess, particularly Isis, she lost a husband too, and she grieved. And she had to go through sorrow. There's a tradition in the Icean religion of the black-veiled Isis. It's the Isis who wears the veil to mourn her husband Osiris. And so maybe for a little while you should wear the black veils. Honor your grief. Though grief can be paralyzing, it can also be a doorway into a deeper and a new beginning. So I encourage you to meditate on the great goddess. She grieved, and she grieves with you. As for your husband, I can tell you he did make it over to the light. When he first died, he stayed around you for about a week and a half, 10 days. They show me that when he left, he actually wasn't worried about himself. He was worried about you and the other family. And he stayed around hoping that he could somehow get a message to you that he's okay and not to grieve. I feel like for him that his passing was actually, strange as it sounds, a form of freedom for him. And I felt like he was actually really excited when he realized that, hey, there's no pain and I can walk through walls. Fletcher tells me that he had a lot of fun walking through walls back and forth. I think that sense of freedom of not being limited was a wonderful experience for him. And the way they show it to me is that he actually played for a little while. Anyways, he is in the light. He was taken over by his spirit family into the light. And the wonderful thing, he's healed now. He's restored in his body, his mind, and his spirit. And so you don't have to fear for him. Everything, the words there tell me is all the organs are functioning. So I feel at the time of his crossing, it was like everything was shutting down in some way. He's in the light. He's at peace. And he will visit you. Fletcher asked me to tell you that he said he's going to come forward in a dream soon. So watch your dreams. I do believe he'll make contact. So, all I can say is one day at a time, darling. Take it one day. Some days you're going to think like you can't get up and do a thing. And then some days you'll get up and you'll think, I might be able to get through. Just be gentle with yourself. Know that he's in the light and he does look in on you. The thing is, when we grieve, people in spirit, they think, wow, if they only knew how peaceful and how beautiful it is here. They don't suffer. They suffer knowing that we suffer. So, let them know that you're thinking of them and tell them that you're going to try to go on and ask for his help. He'll be with you. I'm sending prayers to you. And I want everybody here at Spirit Channel, if you can, if Archpriestess Isis doesn't mind, let's all offer up prayers for her to help her go through her grieving and to truly heal. If you don't grieve, you'll never heal. So let the grief come and let it be what it is. I send you my blessings. I'm with you. And everybody here at Spirit Channel is with you. Blessed be. Well, guys, listen, that's all the letters I'm going to get to today. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being part of Spirit Channel. If you haven't, hit subscribe. Be part of our community. We're really a powerful group here. We really love and help each other an awful lot. Anyways, keep it here. We'll be back here tomorrow on Wednesday. We're going to have Wiccan Wednesday, and we're going to talk more about some Wiccan stuff. So definitely be here. We'll see you back here then. Blessings to you all. Love you. See you then.